Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to First Strike, hosted by myself and Shane Wall. Say hello.
Hello, guys. Thanks for coming out.
Yeah, we are starting this podcast from the Extra Life GameShop, located in Sandbach, Manitoba, 248 Lumber Avenue.
Yeah, they don't need to know that.
They do.
Oh, okay.
They all need to know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're customers.
Okay.
They're customers as well as viewers.
All right.
Yeah, and we're starting this GameCast from the back room, the dingy back room, near the counter. So yeah, let's get this thing started. Let you guys know who I am. My name's Brandon. I run a YouTube channel called Friesen Factor. I do gaming stuff there. I've been doing YouTube for about 4 years now. A couple months ago, I met Shane. He mentioned this podcast, and we decided we wanted to at least try it out and see how things went. And that's pretty much what you need to know about me. Shane?
Yeah, basically I started up this game shop because it's been a decade since we've had a game shop in this town, so it has to happen, right? Podcast is always something I've been wanting to do. Never really had the right person to do it with. I think Brandon's the guy. We're going to find out shortly if he is really the guy.
We're going to know in about the next 8 minutes.
Yeah, probably. But yeah, we're ready to go. Hopefully this turns out good.
Yeah, a couple months ago, Shane decided to open up Extra Life. My friend told me about it. I came, I think 3 weeks into you being open, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, and I was looking at GameCube games, and I told him not to close, and then a love child was born. A love child being me and Shane's relationship. And yeah, so we decided we're going to start this up, and I hope you guys are ready and are as thrilled as we are to get things started. Anyway, so how this is going to be working is we're going to have certain segments that we're going to be going through. We're going to be opening up with our introduction, which is just what this is right now. We're going to follow this up with a weekly news thing, which Shane will be hosting on his own. And then we got some other cool stuff for you guys, so we hope you are excited. And yeah, Shane, if you want to take us away with the news.
Yeah, all right. Well, first news segment. Let's do this. First up, a lot of people have been pumped about this game and very excited for it. No Man's Sky. And I wish we did this podcast about 2 to 3 weeks earlier. Because before it was coming out, my big idea about this game was it was not going to be as good as people said. It was going to feel empty and using a lot of the same graphics, the same backgrounds, all that kind of stuff. And turns out I was right. It's getting a bunch of 5s and 6 out of 10s. Looks like it's fun for a little bit, but after a while you start seeing the same stuff over and over again. But I don't know. I still haven't played it. It's not really for me. Did it interest you at all?
I think to me, it's one of those things that you hear the idea of it, and it sounds awesome. But when you actually, play it and get down to it, it just, it's the same old thing very quickly.
Yeah.
Kind of like that necklace you have over there. It's the open one with the book that opens.
Oh, I don't have it yet, but yeah.
Yeah, it looks really cool until you buy it, and it's actually just really annoying to have around your neck. I think that's a good metaphor for it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you read up on the developer at all, Hello Games, I think they're called, it's a staff of 30 people. I mean, they can't make this mind-blowing game where you'll never see another person and so many millions of different planets and all this stuff with 30 people without reusing the same stuff over and over again. It just doesn't make sense.
No, absolutely not. You would need a much bigger team to pull off something so huge like that.
Yeah, but I mean, the amount of hype that they got, and Sony loved it, they funded a lot of it, so I don't know. Well, give it a shot, I guess.
Shane likes to say that he knew it was going to be bad from the start, but we have no proof of that, so...
Like I said, I wish we did this earlier, and then I would have been right. Moving on, Final Fantasy 15, the long-anticipated 15th version of the same game is coming out. And it got delayed again by another 2 months. It's not bad, it's only 2 months. But, this game was announced 10 years ago already, and it's still not here. It looks cool. Have you played the demo at all or anything?
I have not, no.
It looks cool. I mean, I'm still not a big fan of the action RPG elements, that it's not turn-based at all. I like the turn-based stuff, but I don't know. I'm older, and I like that sort of thing.
I'm very retro myself. I keep very little with newer things.
So then why are you doing this?
Good question. I'm gonna go.
Okay.
You think you can carry yourself from here?
Oh, yeah, we're good. We got this.
Okay, I'm out. Good luck.
Yeah, so, I don't know. I feel a little bit happy when games get delayed. Like the initial part of, oh man, it's delayed now, you gotta wait longer to play it. But I just feel like if they're gonna use that time to actually make the game better, then it's worth it being delayed. That's how I see it.
Kind of like Zelda on the Wii U.
Yeah, they're pushing that one back all the time.
A lot. I think they pushed it back like in a total of 2 years now.
Yeah, remember when Wii U was first a concept idea, then they had that Zelda trailer
Yeah,
thing?
exactly.
Yeah, that is...
I don't
know, that was just a tech demo anyway. That was never going to be a game.
Sure, but the Wii U Zelda was... I think the original release date was at E3 2015? Or 2014, I mean.
It was going to be released around E3?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was supposed to be released forever ago, and then they pushed it back 2 years.
Wouldn't you rather it come out as a 10 out of 10 than...
I do. I'm okay with them... Because apparently the game was very different before... We're not talking about Zelda Wii U, but whatever. Yeah, I agree. I do think if you have to put in the extra year to make a game good, or however many years it takes, then by all means do it.
Yeah.
Because it's better to have a 10 out of 10 game that took too long to come out than like a 4 out of 10.
Yeah, like you look at The Last of
right.
Us, and that got delayed right near the end. And the development team said that in those last few months of it, they were able to clean up so much stuff and really make it that 10 out of 10 game instead of being just an 8 or an 8.5 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So there's that. Something else that was kind of cool that somebody recently found was an attachment for the Nintendo 64 called the Wide Boy 64.
Oh, right, you mentioned this, yeah.
Yeah, and it's pretty awesome. What it did was it played Game Boy Advance games on your 64, which would have been right at the tail end of the 64's life and the GameCube beginning. So the only way to get this thing was to be a video game developer and then paying Nintendo, I think it was $1,500 US to get this test cartridge where you would stick your Game Boy Advance games in there, and it works totally fine. So that was really cool. They're going for crazy amounts on eBay, but it was actually made, like the hardware itself was made by Intelligence.
Or something really sad.
Well, whatever.
You like to call me a rich kid? I'm really not.
The rich, white, skinny
Rich,
kid.
rich white, skinny kid. That's
Yeah,
it.
That's you. Yeah, one other piece of news. A new Metroid Prime game got announced, sort of. Kind of. It's called Federation Force on the 3DS, but you can't play as Samus at all, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Federation 4. Is that the soccer game? Is that what that is?
No.
Are you sure?
No, it's a shooting game.
Is it?
Sort of.
I remember, like, I watched that, whatever that was, E3, or whatever, Nintendo Direct, or whatever that was.
Yeah.
It was like a Metroid game, but not a Metroid game.
Yeah, it's not... I don't know why they went with Metroid Prime as a name, but I don't know. It's not getting the greatest reviews, and I mean, it's on the 3DS, which has a lot of performance problems.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, it's on the 3D. I thought that was coming out on the Wii U.
No, this is a 3DS.
Oh, like only?
Yep.
Oh, I was not aware of that. That's weird.
Yeah, it's... I don't know.
I'd give it a shot still.
I just have such a hard time playing on 3DS. It's just so... Like, it's just not very good resolution. I think that's the biggest thing. Got spoiled by the Vita. That's the biggest reason.
Okay, I can understand that, but I think I'm growing to it. I've never been huge on anything new, actually. But I don't know, the more I look at the 3DS, the more I'm getting into it, especially since the new updated version came out, which has 3D that is so much better than the original.
That blew me away how much better that new 3D was on there.
Somebody traded one into the shop, and we tried it out, and it is unbelievably better than the original 3DS.
See, Brandon's just sad about it because he bought a 3DS from me the day I met him.
Yeah,
And
he
I got
ripped
this
me
new
off.
one in. I did not rip you off.
You ripped me off.
Well, a little bit. But the important thing is, you're still here.
For now, yeah.
For now.
We'll wait 3 episodes and see where we are then.
Oh, yeah.
How our relationship's doing.
Well, you never know.
Anyway, I think that's it for news.
Yeah, that's all I got.
Fantastic. So, what we're going to move on to next is going to be store trades. At Extra Life, Shane, a lot of how we get our stock in is we take in trades from other people and either offer them cash or store credit. I say we, like I'm a big part of this. Shane does it mostly. I sit next to him quietly and drink all his Slurpees.
You take guesses on what I'm going to offer these people when they bring in 30 copies of Madden and NBA 2K6.
Yeah, exactly. It's fun to gamble on what people are going to get from Shane. Usually less than they should get, but that's irrelevant. So yeah, we have some cool store trades that came in. One of which being the Pikachu N64.
Yeah, that was cool to see.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, but there was 2 of those, right? One's like a Japan only.
Yeah, they have actually a few different colors in Japan.
I thought so.
We only got the one.
Yeah, well, we got that one, and it looks really cool. It's like blue, like the top half is blue, bottom half is yellow, with Pikachu's face on the front, and it's a funky little thing.
It's missing the Pokemon controller. Like, it came with an actual controller, too.
Yeah,
So it didn't have that, which is kind of too bad. But
the controller is just blue with the logo in the middle. Is that
Yeah.
right? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Or was the bottom half yellow on that, too? I think
No, definitely not.
No?
No.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure it's just blue.
Okay.
I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure.
Well, maybe people in these comments know better than me.
Possibly. For those of you watching live, we're live streaming this, if you hadn't realized. Yeah, anyway, that thing makes me really mad because when I was 9, I went to a pawn shop, and they had that thing there, the same Pikachu console for $9. And I didn't buy it, because I was $9 was a lot of money to me, because I was 9.
Well, I thought you were a little skinny rich kid.
No, I was not.
Oh.
Contrary to popular belief, I had very little money. Anyway, so that's really cool. Other things we got in was... Actually, no, we didn't get this one in. Me and Shane were on eBay looking at just things to order in for the shop, to bid on. And I found a lot of all of the fantastic colored Nintendo 64s. And I sent it to Shane, saying, hey, this is a good deal. Because, it was a good deal for what it was. It was $800 for all 6 of them. And Shane immediately says, a minute later, bought it.
No, what I did was I bought something else off eBay right when we were talking, just, I don't know, some $10 item, whatever it was. And I took a screenshot of thank you for your purchase. And I sent that to you. Late at night, it was probably, midnight or something?
Yeah, it was pretty late.
I don't know. That's when I do all my eBay shopping, late at night when I'm more easy to pull the trigger.
When the bad decisions come out.
Yeah, exactly. So, that was funny. I had you going for, an hour.
Not an hour, what?
Was it an hour?
No, it was 5 minutes.
Oh, no, it felt like an hour.
It was 5 minutes.
Okay, fine, 5 minutes.
But yeah, he did. I wasn't totally convinced, but I was convinced enough to go with it. I was really bummed out when he didn't do it, because those things are really pretty. If you haven't seen them, they're just colorful Nintendo 64s. So yeah, that was a really disappointing day for myself. And a Virtual Boy.
Yes. Haven't got it in yet, but I made a guy an offer on eBay a lot lower than I should have, and he took it for some reason. So I'm excited to get it, to try it out. It's coming with a few games. That's going to be fun.
You got it pretty cheap. What was the price?
It was $95 US, including shipping. And I think his asking was $160 US, including shipping. So
you got it for a pretty good deal.
yeah, I'm very happy with it. I can't wait to play around with it.
I can't wait to see how bad it is.
No, it's going to be awesome.
Oh, it is going to be awesome,
Yeah.
but really bad.
See, I can't wait to be one of those hipsters that says Virtual Boy is the best Nintendo system.
Yeah. Kicks the Oculus Rift's ass.
Yeah,
Screw.
absolutely. PlayStation VR got nothing on this.
Yeah, get wrecked, kids. What else do we have? We have... Oh, yeah, a dude came in, apparently, and asked for Smash Bros. On the PS3.
Yeah, he was asking if I had Smash Brothers on PS3. I said, no, it doesn't come on there. It's no, a buddy of mine told me that I could get it for a PS3. Okay, I don't know
His buddy was real wrong.
I don't know what your buddy was smoking, but you can get PlayStation Battle Royale All-Stars, whatever it is.
Yeah, which is actually a terrible game.
Is it?
It's not... Have you played it?
No, I never got around to it.
It's, it's not totally... it is a clone of Smash, but, it's worse. The gimmick of the game... you don't use percent damage, it's, energy or something. It was a while ago. I played it and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
Plus, the character selection was pretty trash, too. And for all you Pokemon Go fans out there, we have Pokemon Go hats in the store.
Yes, we do.
They're snapbacks. Come on in and get your Team Instinct, Team Mystic, or Team...
I'm out of the blue, or the red team, whatever the red one is.
Valor.
I know very little about this Pokemon Go game.
You can tell because he pronounces it Pokemon. It's just a fact. Everybody who doesn't know anything about Pokemon pronounces it Pokemon.
Well, that's what it is.
No, it's Pokemon.
Is it a Pokeball or a Pokeball?
It's a Pokeball.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not a Pokeball.
That's what I call
I'll
it.
poke your ball. Sorry, that's after hours.
Yeah, sorry.
And yeah, other than that, we have a Pokemon DS lot that a dude brought in one day, and he was just the biggest stoner who's ever walked into the
I
store.
wasn't here for this, by
Yeah.
the way. I wasn't here.
Shane was busy, I think, having a kid.
Yeah.
So while he was gone, a dude in like a tank top and a snapback, and he just smelled of weed, came in. And he dropped off, he walked in with a burlap sack, and he just dropped a bunch of loose DS games, without cases, onto the counter. And me and Nathan were, another dude, were just behind the counter, and he just started ranting about how much he hates Nintendo. Like, that was the first thing he said when we walked in. He was like, man, I hate Nintendo, and he just started swearing a bunch, like, every other word, because he's one of those guys. And then about, like, 25 minutes later, we're finally getting past his story and figuring out a price on these DS games he has, which are, by the way, are all really good titles. Like, most of them anyway.
Yeah, there's some Fire Emblem in there, and what else was there?
There was every Pokemon game on the DS and 3DS except for Diamond and Pearl.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Platinum, that wasn't there either, was it?
Yeah, that whole generation there was missing. But yeah, eventually I called Shane to figure out what to give this guy in store or in cash because he wanted cash for the games. And while we we're figuring it out, he's like, "I'll take anywhere from like $100 to $200."
If you're negotiating, never go with that 100 to 200.
Don't give a range.
You just gave me your floor. And that's what I'm going to do. I felt bad for the guy, so I text Brandon back and I'm like, just say 105. And
give him $5 extra for like this $800 lot of games. And he took it, because they weren't even his, and he said he hated Nintendo anyway, so I didn't feel too bad about it. They were his brothers or something. But yeah, we took them in, and they sold the next day on eBay in a lot. To, ironically, another GameShop.
I'm pretty sure it was another GameShop, yeah.
Which is funny. Anyway, so that should do it for store trades, for this week anyway. Next up, we're going to play a game called Quickfire Reviews.
Yeah.
How this is going to work is I have a list of games here that I am going to just shout out to Shane, and he's going to review them in anywhere between a word and a sentence. Just a short amount of time that he's going to try and give his opinion on these particular games. Are you ready, sir?
I am ready. Let's go.
All right. Our first game is going to be Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4.
Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4 is the best Tony Hawk game.
That's a bold statement.
It's a correct statement.
Especially when Underground's a game.
Underground was terrible.
For all of those of you watching live who've played the Tony Hawk games, I want you to just shout out what's better, Pro Skater 4 or Tony Hawk Underground. Next up, Zelda Ocarina of Time.
The best game I've never played.
Yeah, fun fact, Shane's never played a Zelda game. Everybody get mad. Let's go.
Look, nobody's watching anymore.
Oh,
that happened fast.
Everybody's gone. Alright, let's go Donkey Kong 64.
The killer of the Collectathon 64 games.
Halo 3.
The game I used to own 30 copies of that I also never played.
That's a whole nother story to tell. Hannah Montana Forever for the DS.
It was called Forever?
There were a couple. You had Hannah Montana in the movie.
One of the 10 games in here that I have factory sealed.
Okay, sure. I guess you can call that a review.
I clearly never played it because it's factory sealed.
Oh, it's a good one. You should get on that. Mary-Kate...
I sold one of those, a loose one.
Oh, did you?
A few weeks ago.
I thought you sold the sealed one.
No, I have the sealed one here.
Oh, yeah, you just got
I sold the loose one.
No, but you have Hannah Montana the movie, the game, now. You had sold Hannah Montana Forever a while ago.
They had 2 Hannah Montana games.
Yeah.
Okay,
I would know.
I know nothing.
I'm really big on the franchise, so I would know.
I know nothing. I'm already getting shit in the comments for the Zelda thing.
Are you?
Yeah, I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, I hope so. Master of Games, final boss, Shane Wall has never played a Zelda game. Alright, Diablo 3.
Diablo 3 has the coolest box art of a game I've also never played.
Oh. Alright, let's go Sonic 06.
Has the best theme song at the title.
Wow, you said a positive thing about Sonic 06. Granted, Sonic
That is the only positive thing you can get from that game.
Yeah, no, I bet. Let's go Superman 64.
That is the hardest game I've ever played.
The hardest game?
The hardest game and one of the most terrible games I ever played.
Yeah, it's just, there's nothing good about it when you really think, when you really come
all.
down to it. I want to look up a positive review on that game and see how many things you can actually point out that are good about it. I don't know. Let's go with Pokemon Blue.
Pokemon Blue was the first Pokemon game I played, and it had no color on my Game Boy.
Nope.
And I thought that was weird. But I enjoyed it. It was good.
Okay. Conker's Bad Fur Day?
That game was every teenager's coolest game to play when their parents weren't around.
Yeah, absolutely. Isn't that... The game is rated E for everyone, right?
No, hell no.
I thought it was rated E, but like it shouldn't have been.
That is M all day, every day.
M? I wouldn't call it M.
It's M on the cartridge.
It should not be M. I'd say T for teen.
No, at the time, that was M.
Really?
All day.
That's unbelievable. Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door
is the best RPG Nintendo has ever published on their system.
Amen. To all my Paper Mario fans out there. Battletoads.
Which one?
Oh, the SNES. Boy, what's it called? The one with that cool theme song at the start.
Oh, the Double Dragon one?
Double Dragon, thank you.
Battletoads is kind of a trashier version of the Ninja Turtles that they tried to market so damn hard and just couldn't do it, but holy hell did that soundtrack sound amazing.
That opening theme, man.
You need to check that out. The Super Nintendo version of Battletoads vs. Double Dragon. One of the best songs in a video game.
We might even get into that in a later segment. Let's go the original Crash Bandicoot.
That was supposed to be the Mario killer. And it was very cool, but I don't think it was Mario cool.
I mean, no, I guess not. But I did love the game. That is PlayStation's mascot, I would say. Along with Spyro. I don't know, do you like better, Spyro or Crash?
Oh, Crash, for sure.
Do you like Crash?
Yeah.
I guess I'd say.
I never got into Spyro. I tried a few times, but...
Okay. I like both. Just Spyro got a lot more repetitive than Crash did. Both were very repetitive, but Spyro was more so. Let's do one more. Something new, because I don't do enough of that. Rocket League.
Oh, man. Rocket League is like a drug. I cannot stop playing this game. Every time I turn on my PS4, I have such a hard time playing anything else. I have a problem. I admit it.
You play it a lot whenever I'm here.
It's a problem.
It's kind of your go-to thing.
It's been my go-to thing for over a year now, and I just can't shake it.
I would review it as Excitebike 64 minigame ripoff, because it's an Excitebike 64 minigame ripoff.
In 60 frames per second, 1080p.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant.
Let's see 64 do that.
Can we? Can we see the answer? I would love to see that.
No, that would look terrible.
That'd be great. Upscale it. It's fine.
No.
Alright, so that was Quickfire. If you guys enjoyed that, in future streams, we're gonna try it anyway. If you guys want to leave your games in the comments, or in the live chat, and we'll try and do it that way. But for now, that's how we're gonna handle that. Anyway, moving on, we're gonna be discussing 3 various topics that we decided prior to the stream. First being, the history of controllers. Or, I say history. What we liked and didn't like about various controllers from various systems. Did you want to open up with one?
Yeah, we're going to start chronologically, sort of. We'll start at Nintendo, the NES.
Oh, okay.
Which basically ditched the whole Atari big joystick moving around with 1 or 2 button type deal with a D-pad. And that D-pad still holds up to this day.
The D-pad?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that the first thing that did a D-pad?
First major console that did a D-pad. I'm not sure. I can't say for sure.
Yeah.
It was the first major one anyways.
Fair enough, okay. Well, I don't like how rectangular it is.
Yeah, it doesn't fit your hand very well.
It doesn't. It's just a block you hold, and you have to kind of deal with it. But I love how it looks. Purely just the aesthetic of it.
Look very pretty.
It is a pretty damn awesome controller. But yeah, the Genesis one-upped it by rounding it. I know, like in comfortability. Is that a word?
Yeah, sure.
But whatever. I do think I like how the NES controller looks more, personally.
Yeah, so we'll move on to the Super Nintendo Entertainment System, which added 4 extra buttons.
Yeah, they really...
The L and the R, which was rarely used in a lot of the games.
Yeah.
And then the 2 other X and Y buttons. And they finally rounded out... I mean, on the old NES, they did have the dog bone controller, which was kind of rounded and looked like a Super Nintendo, but that was way later. And you never really see those anymore.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen that.
No?
No.
I used to have one years ago, but...
Oh, brutal.
It basically looks like a Super Nintendo controller.
Like with the color scheme of the NES?
Yeah.
No. Okay, yeah.
It's a lot of gray. It's not quite as black as
Okay.
the NES one was.
That sounds kind of dull then, but whatever.
Yeah. Whatever. Super Nintendo one was awesome. The adding of the L and R was super cool, even though you didn't really use it that much.
Yeah.
But it was still really neat. I liked it. I don't know. I sort of like it better than the Sega Genesis controller, but I still love that Genesis controller.
I think the Genesis is better, marginally, than the SNES.
It just needed a couple more buttons.
Yeah.
At least one more.
Yeah, I
Was
would say.
man playing Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter and having to tap start lightly enough to use it as a function key to do other things for kicks, and then not going all the way to actually pause the game, that was terrible.
Like it would have been that much more effort to just put in another button.
Right?
Like, just it's probably more of a hassle to make the start button a secondary button. I'm going with the N64 controller. Shane pointed this one out. I never really thought about it, but he's right. The Z button on the bottom, that thing is really nice. Like I thought of that the other
Because
day.
I pointed that. No one knew about this, but I pointed it out.
Well, no, everybody knows about the button, but you pointed out how nice it is.
It does feel very nice.
Like, you can make fun of the N64 controller because it looks really weird and wonky, and it is. I'm not going to deny that. But I think it's comfortable. I think it's very comfortable in your hand.
the joystick's not comfortable.
No, the joystick's kind of... But like how it fits in your hand if you put your hand in the middle and then on the right tongue. Tongue? Arm? Extendy thing? Handle? Oh, I guess that'd be the word.
Sure.
Sure, yeah. I think it fits very comfortably in your hand. Yeah, but other than that, I would complain about the joystick. That would definitely be the downside of that controller, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, playing Mario Kart 64 and having that green shell with you on your Z button just ready to go. That just feels so good. I'm amazed at how well they made that.
Still my favorite Mario Kart to this day.
Yeah, same here.
I love that one. I can't get past how much I liked it. Maybe it's
Yeah.
a nostalgic thing, because there clearly are better ones, but
Could be.
whatever.
Well, we'll go to the Saturn, the awesome Sega Saturn that didn't have a real Sonic game for some reason.
Yeah.
You would think that would make sense to have a Sonic game on the Saturn, but no. That controller was really nice. If it would be a little bit bigger, it would have been perfect, because they had 3 extra buttons. It was nicely rounded the way the Genesis one was. It's a very solid controller, but it does feel a little bit small.
Small? Yeah? No, I can see that.
But you can use it on your Genesis system, so that's kind of cool.
I hate the Dreamcast controller,
Why?
even though Shane loves the Dreamcast
How can
controller.
you hate that?
Because it's just a circle.
It's not a circle.
It's like a circle.
Are you
with,
talking
like-
about the Saturn Knights controller?
No, the Dreamcast controller.
It's not a circle.
It's like a circle. It's like a white... whatever shape you want to call it. All of the buttons are like on the sides of it. And there's like a big white space in the middle.
Yeah.
And I hate that. One, it
But-
looks dumb.
The memory card in there?
I don't care about the memory card.
You have no idea how cool that was.
No, hold on a second. You hold that controller and your thumbs have to be right on the sides of the controller to touch all the buttons. When you want, like, naturally I want my fingers to go inward. And not just stay on the edges of the controller, because that ticks me off so much.
You need to sit down and actually play some Dreamcast for a while.
Maybe. I
You
will admit
will
I haven't
appreciate it.
played enough Dreamcast, but from what I have played, I hated that part of it.
No, I love that controller,
But what I do like with the controller is the little screen in the middle,
which is the memory card.
which is the memory card. Fine. But that is cool. I do enjoy that.
It's a lot better than the PS1/PS2/PS3 controller. I hate that controller.
Do you?
It's small. I hate the convex sticks. Yeah, convex? Yeah. I hate those. My thumb's always slipping off. It's a tiny controller. The buttons feel weird. The D-pad was nice. The triggers? Those R2 and L2 triggers, though? Complete garbage.
That was such a shitty compliment.
Hey,
Just in a sea of hate, let's say the
yeah,
D-pad's
the
okay.
D-pad was great. It really was.
I really like that controller. I think Xbox had them really one-upped.
Yeah.
But I did... Yeah, actually, I'm going to go back to PlayStation, because the PS1 controller didn't actually have any analog sticks. That thing pisses me off.
It did.
No, it did not.
Yeah, it did.
When?
I can show you some in there. Got like 4 colors.
Is it a third-party thing, or is it...
No,
There was an official... Oh.
that like DualShock, that is the PS1 controller with the sticks.
I did not know that.
And you had to push in the little button.
Yeah.
To, yeah.
Oh. Well, that changes things. Yeah, but anyway, all PlayStation's controllers are virtually the same.
Yeah, except the PS4. They changed that enough for it to be its own thing.
It still does look very similar, though, aside from the screen in the middle.
It feels very different, though.
Does it?
Yeah.
I've held one before. I think it's maybe a little bigger.
No. Yeah, it's bigger, it's wider, and it's got the concave sticks, which is what you want.
What you want, what you need.
You have to have it.
Yeah.
GameCube.
My favorite controller.
I don't know. I was a big GameCube guy, bought that shit day one, spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on games all the time. That controller is just not very good.
What do you not like?
I hate the D-pad.
The D-pad?
Yeah, it's too small.
It's too small.
Yeah, way too small.
It's in a nice spot.
No,
I love the
it needed
position
to
of
be
it.
bigger. The C-stick should have been a regular size stick.
No, I disagree. I like the smaller
What's the point
C-stick.
of the little thing on there? It
I don't
doesn't
know. I
make
feel like I
sense.
can maneuver it more with my thumb. If it was bigger, I feel like to lift higher and I'd strain my thumb more. I don't know.
Strain your thumb?
Strain my look. I'm a very competitive.
Jeez.
I'm a very competitive GameCube player.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah, when I break out Animal Crossing, I don't shit around. I get
I
competitive.
still love the fishing in that game.
The fishing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love the fishing. Whenever you get a barred knife jaw,
Yes.
you just feel like the biggest badass.
Yeah, that's right.
Or that huge fish that only comes like July 20th,
Yeah.
25th, or whatever it
Yeah, there's
is.
a few of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, the shoulder buttons were okay. They sounded funny when you would...
They did make a sound, yeah, like a click sound.
That was fun. I didn't like the oversized A button. I felt like that was kind of useless.
I don't get you.
Why do you need such a big button there?
I don't know. It's just funky. They were original about it, and I like
It
it.
just looked like a candy, basically.
Yeah, it is. That's why I like it. It's a
No.
colorful, bright.
I didn't like it.
That's fine, but I loved it.
The original Xbox Duke controller was awesome. Like that really big one.
Yeah, I did
I
like.
love that controller.
There were like two Xbox controllers. One where I had the start and select button on the side,
Yeah.
and one had it in the middle.
Yeah.
When it's in the middle, it sucks because you can't reach that thing properly ever. But when it's on the side by the
Well,
main
you just
joystick,
need bigger hands.
I got pretty.
Which you can
I
get
got
at
long
Walmart
hands.
for $4.99.
Can I?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, here in Manitoba, Walmart, new hands.
Nice. I was not aware.
Yeah, you gotta check it out.
Cool. I hear you can also get a life there.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
That too.
If you want to just head over there and get a life, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I love the original Xbox controller, as well as the 360. I think Xbox just does controllers right.
They do it very well. 360 was almost flawless. My only complaint was the battery pack kind of stuck out too far.
Okay, but
So your
you have really big hands.
Fingers kind of would get stuck in between there a little bit. I don't know. But overall, it was great. I really liked it.
That would be one of my favorites.
The Xbox One is about as perfect as you get. I don't know how you get better than that.
Well, they don't change it much. Like they're like PlayStation.
Yeah,
In the sense that they don't change their controllers much.
yeah, but the PlayStation 4 joysticks are very crappy.
Yeah.
I'm gentle with my controllers, and that rubber's wearing off all over the place on there. And it just happens. So, but have a guy that can swap the sticks and make them awesome. So it's not here yet, but when it's here, I'm going to show everybody, and it's going to blow your mind.
Just swapping the sticks.
Yeah.
Would you say swapping the sticks makes it better than an Xbox controller?
Basically, your kill-death ratio is going to increase by about 3 with these new sticks.
All right,
Is
whatever
what I'm
you
trying to
say. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mountain Dew, Doritos, what's up? Double experience.
420. Is it Blaze?
Blaze it, yeah.
Whatever that guy's username was. Anyway, I think that'll be it for controllers. If you guys have a favorite controller, let us know.
Yeah, another thing, too, if you guys have any questions, hit us up. Write it in there. We'll leave some time at the end to discuss any questions you guys have.
Yeah, absolutely. For those of you, again, watching live, if you're watching this after, you're out of luck. Anyway, let's move on. Let's go, let's discuss games that we meant to play, but never got around to. Any come to mind?
I mean, yeah. Zelda.
Yeah. Okay.
All of them.
Yeah, there's the big one.
Yeah, why I haven't played Zelda. I mean, I've always meant to. I have played about an hour of Ocarina of Time to try to get into it. I've just never been in the right mood to play it.
There is a thing as a mood for
Yeah,
games.
so And I never know where to start. Every time I start playing Ocarina, I think, should I go and play the first one? Should I go play A Link to the Past? Like, which one should I kind of go with? So I can never really figure it out. I really want to play them because, obviously, I'm probably the only GameShop owner that has not played a Zelda game.
I can't... Oh, I feel like you need to advertise that on your business card.
Yeah.
Not Final Boss, but hasn't played a Zelda game.
Has not played a Zelda game. So anything I say means nothing, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's a big one that, Ocarina is the one everybody recommends to play first now. And
I would not say you should play that one first.
what would you say again?
I would say any of the Game Boy ones would be a good place to start.
Really?
Yeah. Like A Link to the Past, I think I would start with.
That was not Game Boy.
Yeah, it was.
No.
A Link to the Past? On Game Boy Advance.
No.
Yeah, it was.
That's Super Nintendo.
It was also on the Game Boy.
That doesn't count. It was on Super Nintendo.
Okay, fine, but it was on the Game Boy.
Well, yeah, as a
I would
port.
I would start with one of the 8-bit games, is what I'm trying to say.
So, NES then.
You could
Zelda
start- you
1 or
could-
Zelda 2.
Or 16-bit, sorry.
Get your shit straight.
I'm sorry, I'm tired! You wanted to premiere this at 9:30 at night. This is when I take a bath and light some candles.
A bath?
Yeah, a bath.
Natural bath.
A natural bath.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever.
Okay, you're next.
I would say the Fable franchise. Everything past Fable 1, I have not played.
Okay.
I played Fable 1 when I was younger, and I absolutely love that game. It's in my top 5 games just ever. The Lost Chapters. Or even just the original. I don't care about the Lost Chapters extension, but... Yeah, I loved Fable 1, and then all I heard from people... I had every intention to play the other 2 games when they came out, but everybody who played the Fable games had always told me that they changed it a lot. Like, Fable 1 and Fable 2 were very different, and then Fable 3 was even more different.
Yeah.
So, that really made me, I still had every intention to play it, but I never did it. Maybe it was just because I was scared I was not going to like them.
Yeah, that could be.
Because I really want to like them, based on, how much I hold Fable 1 on a pedestal.
Yeah, you liked it that much?
I really love that game. Just, the thought, because, I don't know, that was the original Xbox, and the thought of making your choices affect the game.
Yeah, that was very cool.
That was such a mind-blowing thing to me.
Yep.
And how big the game kind of was for, what it was. I don't know. I thought it was a really cool idea. And when you're younger, it feels like you have a lot more choices than you really do.
Yeah. Yeah, I played it for the first time, Fable 1 anyway, when I was probably 18, 19, so I was late to the party.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was still pretty cool.
I really love that game. Personally, anyway.
What else do I got? I've always meant to play Skyrim, but I hated Oblivion so much that I just can't even... I don't know, everybody says it's so different, but Oblivion sucked. That combat in that game was so bad. I just couldn't even do it. I could not believe that a game that was so well liked and sold so many millions of copies and everybody loves this thing would have such a basic combat like that. I couldn't believe it. It blew my mind.
I've not played Skyrim. I've not played Oblivion. And from what I've heard too, yeah, they're the same game. So I have very little input here.
Not that they're the same. Like, Skyrim, everybody says is a lot better, a lot deeper.
Yeah, but I mean, they're the same style and they're the same...
Yeah, it's in the same series.
Yeah. Whatever. I had one. And I'm forgetting what it was. It was, Bummer. Do you have another one?
Let's see here. I've always meant to play Final Fantasy 2 and 3.
That was it.
Was that it?
Every Final Fantasy game.
Okay, go ahead.
That's what I meant to say. I've never played a Final Fantasy game. And people get so mad at me when I say this, especially because my buddy Kai, because that's all he plays. I don't know why I haven't played them. I just haven't. It's like Shane with Zelda. I've had no reason not to play them. Maybe I just haven't been in the mood. I think that's actually it. Because I think I would really like them.
I think you would too. If you liked Paper Mario, I feel like going up to Final Fantasy X would be a good starting point.
10 or 7, it's always what I hear.
Don't do 7.
Yeah, you say that.
Not that it's bad. It's just extremely overrated. At the time, it was amazing. It was not overrated at all. But now, and I just played through it again, I think 3 years ago, and yeah, it's just not, it's not a 10 out of 10 experience anymore.
Okay, but is that because you've played other Final Fantasy games?
I don't think so.
Okay.
The biggest thing is you're going to get lost all the time. You're going to have to look this shit up. It kind of takes away from the whole experience and all of that. But
That's a thing. I do hate games nowadays because the internet's a thing and it's so easy to figure things out when you don't know what to do that you can just go do it. I missed a time when you didn't know what to do in a game, you just had to figure it out.
yeah,
I do miss that because that was a big part of gaming to me when I was younger.
yeah.
So when you can just look things up to figure it out, it kind of takes away from the experience a bit, which is why I try and stray away from doing that. But that's a whole other thing. Anyway.
Sure.
Another game franchise I've meant to play, and Shane as well, would be Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, that's very true.
I've looked at that one a lot, and a lot of my buddies play it, or have played it, and say great things. I think the reason I haven't is because it's Disney?
What's wrong with Disney?
I don't know, it's just like, people refer to it as like a cool, fairly epic game, but it's associated with Disney characters.
Those Disney characters are freaking legends, man.
Yeah, but it's like goofy. Like I expect it to be like I'm playing Hannah Montana Forever or something, but it's not. It's like a cool RPG style game, which is weird.
Yeah, I tried playing the first one years ago, probably 10 years ago, and it just threw me off because it wasn't turn-based RPG, and I was such an old school, it has to be a turn-based RPG or else I don't like it type deal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always meant to get back to those and try them out. Maybe let's play them together sometime.
Yeah, for you guys wondering, we were going to be streaming at some point from the shop, and I guess that's something we might try and do if you guys are down for that. But yeah, that's a whole future thing.
We're going to be streaming a lot of NHL 17.
Yep, Dora Puppy for the DS is a big game we're planning on doing. Also, I just kicked you. Sorry.
You didn't kick me. That's my massive controller tub with like probably 200 extra controllers.
Yeah, there's a lot. You're welcome for sorting through those. Yeah, I
thought
think...
I did that.
What? We did it together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I'm the one who motivated you to do it.
Yeah, that happened.
Anyway, I think we're good on games we meant to play. So, let's move on to soundtracks from games that we absolutely loved. I'll open up with the game we just talked about, Fable 1. I love the soundtrack in that game. It's nothing over the top. Like, everything's kind of subtle and mellow or ominous. But I love the feel to it and the... I don't know what the orchestration was... I'm trying to use big words, but I don't know what they mean.
That'd be fake it till you make it.
Yeah. I don't know, I just think all of the songs in that game just fit the atmosphere so well.
Yeah.
And just worked with the characters, and I don't know, I think it all blended perfectly, personally.
Wonder how much it would have sold if it was on PS2.
Quite possibly more.
I think it would have done a lot more.
Yeah. I don't know. Because that is an Xbox exclusive, so... Yeah, I think they might have been more popular on the PS2.
I always think about those things. Same with, whatever, Nintendo on other things. Whatever. I'm going to go with... It's a new game, but I love the soundtrack to it, The Last of Us. It's an amazing soundtrack. It's an amazing game, amazing environments. It's a full 10 out of 10 experience. And there's so many songs in there that are so powerful and really make it feel like you're actually part of this thing, that you listen to it later and it just brings you right back to those moments in the game. And yeah, it was so well done. Just very simple, nothing crazy, but I forget the guy's name that did most of the guitar work on it, but man, he did it just an amazing job.
So yeah, that is like Fable then. Just nothing over the top. But like what it is perfect for
just
what you're
matches exactly what you want.
Every game, I think a game needs a good soundtrack to be considered one of the greats. I just think, like, if you have a great game with a great story and everything, but, like, not a good soundtrack, I think that takes out a lot.
Yeah, it definitely does.
In my opinion, anyway.
Mario 64, another great soundtrack.
Oh. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I shouldn't expect you to say that.
Yeah, there's so many... I mean, the Bowser song, like, when you're actually throwing him around. Like,
yeah.
That one's great. The whole Bowser level, going to find Bowser, like, that music is amazing.
Yeah, how that starts.
What else was good?
Bomb on Battlefield's a classic.
Oh, yeah, you just think 64...
that is the theme song of that game.
Yeah.
100%.
Same with the water levels. Always have awesome music.
Oh.
What's that one called with the ship?
That is... I had it in my mind. Dire Docks.
There you go. I kept thinking Dry Ruins for some reason.
No, that's Paper Mario.
Yeah.
Also has a great soundtrack. 10 out of 10. It's a quirky soundtrack and fits that game so well.
Oh, shit. Thanks to Brett over there, I forgot. Persona 4
Oh?
has an amazing soundtrack. So good that when I finished that game, I immediately downloaded the whole soundtrack, put it on my phone, and listened to that for a long time.
For real?
Yeah.
Damn. I've never played Persona 4.
Oh, it's a great game. And that... Oh, man, that game is wicked. You should really try that.
You should try every Zelda game ever.
Yeah, okay.
You play all the Zelda games, I'll play Persona 4. Speaking of Zelda, every Zelda game ever. Soundtrack. 10 out of 10.
Is it that good? Is Zelda really that good?
It's that good. I love the song. They're just good. I can't explain to you. Maybe not Twilight Princess. That's my favorite Zelda game. But it doesn't have the best soundtrack.
Okay.
But things like Ocarina of Time and A Link to the Past, Majora's Mask. Actually, people will argue with you about Majora's Mask, but I think it has a great soundtrack.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Getting a lot of Skyrim soundtracks in the comments here.
Really?
I don't doubt that they're good. I bet you they are.
We haven't played Skyrim, we're sorry. But we bet it's awesome. We'll stream that one eventually, probably.
Yeah, maybe they are remastering that for PS4. Maybe I'll give it a shot there.
They're remastering it?
Yep.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy. You know how big of a deal the graphics were in that game when it came out?
Yeah, I remember that.
It was huge.
There we go. Zelda on CDI. That should be my first Zelda.
Zelda on CDI?
Yeah, I like that.
Who said that?
Mr. RW Studios.
Oh, shout out to Robert. Thanks, man. Okay, so...
That is the next console I really want is a Philips CDI.
When did that come out?
94-ish, maybe. I could be wrong.
That sounds... No? Okay, I guess that
Might be later. I'm not sure. Maybe,
I would think earlier.
Maybe Robert knows.
Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. Anyway, I think that's good for soundtracks. Unless you have anything else you want to throw out there.
NHL 17. No, I got nothing.
Which was the game that the baseball game that All-Star played at the start?
Oh, All-Star Baseball 2004.
Yeah, believe it. Okay, guys, I got a story for you. How many of you know the song All-Star by Smash Mouth? Yeah, all of us. Okay. Well, whenever you think of that song, do you associate it with Shrek?
Or the obvious winner, All-Star Baseball 2004, featuring Derek Jeter.
Because apparently, and he's not even kidding, that's the theme song of that game when you boot it up. That's what plays.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable to me. Nothing but Shrek can use that song. That's just I keep kicking your controllers.
That's fine. You're going to pay for every one of them.
All 200? Cool. I'm fine with that. There's a lot of third-party ones in there worth about $1.
So I wish I could get $1.
Yeah.
I can't even get $1 for that.
I don't know. Why buy them when you have the official ones? Anyway.
Oh, hold on. Streets of Rage 2 specifically. One of my favorite soundtracks ever.
Streets of Rage 2?
Yep. That is the best game series you've never played.
The best game series I've never played.
Yep.
Is that how you would review it?
Yeah.
In a quickfire review?
Yep.
Okay.
The best game series nobody's played.
No
Because
one.
nobody cares about Sega here for some reason. I'm like the only guy.
Yeah, Shane opens the shop. GameCube's a huge seller. Nothing in PS2 sells, which is weird to me.
No.
But Sega, either. Nothing.
And there's so many beautiful, beautiful complete-in-box Sega games.
He does, yeah, you
That
have a
are
lot.
just awesome. There's over 100, and I love them all equally. Except for the basketball ones.
You're like a proud father.
Yeah.
Do a bunch
And
of
I've
games.
sold, I think, 3 in total.
You don't want to sell your kids.
I mean, sometimes you do.
I mean, depending on the kid. Sonic 06 could go. But that's not fair.
Yeah, but I don't know. I still love Sega, so Sonic 06 was not as bad as people say it was. But it kind of was.
Yeah, there you go. And as long as we're on it, Sonic, great soundtrack. All of the games, pretty much. They go to the way of actually using lyrics in their games with their music, and I don't know
like
why.
the newer stuff?
Yeah, newer stuff.
Yeah.
It works.
With Crush 40?
Yeah, Crush 40 is great. And you can even go back to the old stuff, like the original Green Hill Zone theme.
Yeah.
I can never get enough of that song.
I love that one.
It's just 10 out of 10.
Did you know that Michael Jackson worked on the Sonic the Hedgehog 3 soundtrack?
For real?
Yep.
And did what?
He had a lot of influence in the sound design and a lot of the songs in there.
That's crazy.
Yep. Listen to it and think Michael Jackson.
You just hear the riff of "Beat It," Dan.
And like, I don't know, a lot of people say, well, it was never proven, he never actually did it, but there's so many pictures of Michael Jackson at Sega headquarters in the States about everything all the time. Like, I know he had the Moonwalker game out there, but he was involved in so much PR shit that it would just make sense that he was on there, but it was never in the credits or anything. But
No, I'd buy it.
Yeah.
You think he would be credited in the credits, but whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we're good on soundtracks. So let's move on to another segment, our second last one. This is a really fun one. It's called Video Game Fights. How this works is I'm going to choose a low-tier character, and Shane's going to choose a low-tier character, and we're going to put them both out there and decide who would win in a fight.
Basically, they're on an island together, alone, and the only way off is to kill the other character.
Exactly. And then once we figure out a winner for that, we'll be doing the same gimmick with two what we consider high-tier characters. So, would you care to enlighten us with your low-tier character?
My low-tier character, Captain Falcon.
Captain Falcon? Clearly you haven't played Smash Bros. He is not low-tier.
I'm not counting Smash Bros.
Yeah, I know.
I'm counting F-Zero.
Captain Falcon.
Yeah. Who's he fighting?
A shy guy?
Oh!
Yeah.
Shit.
I don't really,
Oh. I mean...
If we're talking about, like, in a race around the island, Shy Guy's got a pretty mean go-kart and Double Dash. So...
But F-Zero machines can go, like, 1,500 kilometers an hour.
Yeah, and Shy Guy often trips a lot.
But does he have his car? That's up to you. Does he have his car or not?
In a fight? No,
Yep.
he would not have his car.
No car?
No, it would just be him
Okay.
as the character.
Well, he already has a suit. So I feel like he's more ready to fight the Shy Guy. It's just a normal Shy Guy, not a Sniffit?
A Sniffit?
Yeah.
What's a Sniffit?
The Shy Guys that spit those things out of their nose.
Oh, no, but
Just okay.
if we're talking about a Shy Guy, he does have an arsenal of weapons. He has a slingshot. He has those balloon things. He can fly. A Shy Guy can fly.
I know he can fly, but eventually he's going to get tired.
He will, yeah, but he has that
Captain's going to
advantage.
be waiting for him.
It's true, but I have the aerial advantage here. I can,
What are you going to do? Drop your slingshot on him?
No, just shoot things.
What? These...
Pick up rocks. We're on an island, Shane.
I mean, I guess if you find a big enough rock, I mean, how strong is he?
I don't know, he's pretty small, so I can't imagine he's that strong.
I mean, if he's shooting like these tiny little rocks on this little slingshot, I don't think it's going to do much.
Maybe. I don't know. Granted, I'd have to hit Captain Falcon, and he's pretty quick, just on his feet.
And he's a big dude.
He is, but Shy Guy's pretty small, so I'm trying to think of how... What's Captain Falcon going to do? Punch him? Like, he's pretty low to the ground.
You know what? I have the win.
Do you?
I know what happens.
Give me the scenario.
Clearly, Shy Guy's going to be flying around forever.
Yeah.
Captain's going to get tired. He's just going to be sitting there for a bit, waiting. It's going to be the most defensive battle you can ever get. They're just going to be avoiding each other at all times. It's going to come down to old age, and I think Captain Falcon dies sooner than Shy Guy. Shy Guy wins.
Because of old age?
What else? That's the only conclusion I can come to.
I don't know. Shy Guy finally comes down because his balloons run out of helium. And Shy Guy often trips a lot, so he falls into a big rock, which squishes Captain Falcon. Either way, I think Shy Guy wins. Because he's shy. And he's going to run away. Or fly
That's
away.
what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I like
you know
how-
what? Shy Guy can get food off the island better and faster
What do they
than
eat?
what Captain Falcon can. I don't know. He's always bringing bananas and shit, and
Yeah.
so I don't know. I feel like Shy Guy wins it. That's kind of surprising. I thought I had a winner.
Yeah, just by saying Captain Falcon, I thought I lost immediately.
All right, you win.
If you guys have a different scenario and a different reason why someone should have won, let us know in the chat, because that'd be funny to see.
Yeah, I would like to win. I'm very competitive, so if anybody can find a loophole where I win, I would really like that
Uh-huh.
a lot.
So we're going to do that same thing, but with a high-tier character, and I'm going to open it up with Ganondorf from The
Oh,
Legend of Zelda.
okay. I'm gonna go with Shane Wall, final boss.
Right?
No, I'm going with Nathan Drake from Uncharted.
Oh. That's a little unexpected.
Yeah.
It's definitely not what I expected. Okay. What does Nathan Drake bring to the table?
Ganondorf, or whatever you call him. I don't know.
Gandalf, yeah.
Gandalf, the guy, the Lord of the Rings guy. Took down that Balrog? What's it called?
Yeah, it was Balrog. There you go.
I don't know much what Ganondorf's got in terms of powers and shit.
Quite a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what Nathan Drake's got. We picked characters we don't know.
Nathan Drake has probably killed about 800 people in his life.
With what?
With guns and hands and grenades and trucks and whatever you can imagine.
Right. Okay. Ganondorf can turn into a giant boar.
A boar.
Well, it's kind of like a ram boar thing. I don't know what... He can turn into a beast.
Okay.
To a big beast.
Okay.
With giant golden dual-wield swords.
Okay.
Does
he move fast while he's like this?
In this giant form?
Yeah.
No, he's quite slow.
Okay.
He's quite slow. And quite heavy. But he will pack a punch. Like, he could pick up Nathan Drake, squeeze him, and he'd be dead.
Does he have any sort of flying powers or anything like that?
That's a tough question. He can hover.
Okay.
Like, a good 10 meters above the ground. You never see him fly, but yeah, he can just float there like a god.
Because Nathan Drake is probably the best rock climber you can find.
Okay, sure.
And he's got all his guns on him, because he's got 14 different slings of everything on him all the time. So he's ready. He's got weapons.
I'm not quite sure how guns would affect Ganondorf.
Really? How does Link kill him? Don't tell me. That's a spoiler.
You put me in a hard place here.
Well, whatever. You make the final decision. I think Nathan Drake wins, because he's cooler.
I mean... What's the chat saying now?
It's Ganondorf.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Ganondorf?
Yeah.
I'm thinking Ganondorf does. Just because he wields dark magic, and I don't care what rock that Nathan Drake is climbing.
He can climb, though.
Yeah, but...
Really good.
Ganondorf can just... He harnesses the Triforce of Power. He can bring that mountain down if he wants, just by, like, looking at it.
Really? Okay. Fine, my characters are shit then. I did good. 0-2.
Yeah, there you go. Sure. I wanted to give you that win, but I really don't think Nathan Drake would win.
He's got guns.
I mean, if we're talking about if they just spawned and he shot him right away, then Ganondorf's probably gone. I guess it depends on the scenario for that one.
Zach Molliver asks if you can stream something else because this is boring and gay. But we got people backing him up, so this is awesome. Not backing him up, backing us up.
Cool.
I like that.
Yeah, Zach, we can stream your mom's birthing tape if you want. We have that in the back. If you want to watch that. I don't think you do.
Where's the fun? Yeah, okay, no. We'll be nice. I have to be nice. I'll try.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that was good. If you guys disagree with our opinions of who won those, please let us know, either right now or you can tweet us at ExtraLifeMB.
Yep, that's on Twitter.
Yeah, ExtraLifeMB. Or on our Facebook page, First Strike or the Extra Life GameShop Facebook page, both linked in the description under the stream. Anyway, other than that, we'll be ending the stream with our final segment, Hall of Shane.
No, we were not going to do that.
No, it's Hall of Shame.
That's better.
Yeah, I like to call it Hall of Shame because they're terrible games that Shane likes. No. It's Hall of Shame, games that me and Shane have played that we were disappointed in.
And not just disappointed, like, these games are trash.
They're bad. They're looked at as bad, you played them and they were bad. Do you want to open it up? Because I forgot to think of one again.
Yeah, I also forgot, but I got one. There was a game on GameCube. That I rented because I thought it would be cool because the movie was nice. And these movie-based games are usually never a good thing.
Never, ever a good thing. Except for Spider-Man's, those are good.
Yeah, those were actually surprisingly good.
Yeah.
Charlie's Angels.
Oh!
I think it was a GameCube exclusive. And I guess it did okay enough that they had a sequel. But garbage.
Really?
Complete garbage. Looks like a 64 game.
Oh, I hate
Plays like a bad 64 game. Like, we're talking Superman 64 levels here, and it's just not
just that
good
slow and
at all.
Is it hard, or is it just bad?
It's just bad. It's not that it's hard. I think they actually had the voices of Cameron Diaz, Drew Barrymore, and Lucy Liu.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. It's all around horrible.
They got the original actors, though, so that's great. Voice actors, I mean.
Yeah.
I don't know, I've never even heard of that one. You surprised me when you said GameCube, I didn't expect that.
Wind Waker, another one. Zedla?
Zelda? Yeah, I don't know about that one. That sounds kind of dumb. Yeah, I don't know. If we're talking about GameCube, there was another motorcycle game I played called American Chopper Full Throttle 2.
Ah.
I'm not even going to get into that one. It was bad.
Yes.
I rented it and I thought it would be really cool, but it wasn't. What I'm going to use as my choice, though, is Hey You Pikachu for the Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I own that game. And it was bad.
That's all you got.
I don't know how to explain it. There was no real, objective, and the microphone was so ass. I want you to think about the mic quality we have here.
Yeah.
It's worse than this. This is pretty bad. I don't know. Whatever you would say into that stupid thing, Pikachu could not comprehend a word you were saying. I don't know if I was doing it wrong, or if...
Did you have it plugged in?
I retract my complaint. No. Yes, I had it plugged in. Because you'd have the bubble thing that would appear. And
I like this Mr. R Studio guy.
what's he saying?
The whole Pawn Stars intro. I'm Shane Wall, and this is my game shop. I work here with my imaginary friend and my son Brandon. In a few months, I've learned one thing. You never know what's going to come through that door. Or, you never know what is going to come through that door.
I haven't seen Pawn Stars in forever.
I love that show.
We got rid of cable a long time ago, so I don't keep up with television anymore. Whatever, yeah. I would say Hey You Pikachu, just because there was no real objective. You couldn't... What the attraction to the game was having your own Pikachu. But he didn't listen to you at all. And there was nothing you could... There was nothing to do in the game, other than, kind of fish. That was the thing you could do. And you could give Pikachu food. It was like a pet simulator, pretty much, and I don't know. It was
Sounds a
not
lot
game.
like Seaman on Dreamcast.
Seaman.
It's actually Seaman, pronounced Seaman.
I've never seen Seaman.
It has the microphone and everything, and it's this fish in a fish tank with a face on the fish's head that you, feed this thing, and he talks to you and shit. It's really weird.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, it's very weird.
Speaking of these shitty microphone games, Odama is a game I really need to play. It's been in every, thrift shop I've ever gone into.
For $1.99.
For, $1 or something. And I just never bought it. Ever. But it's a game I want to try. I'd probably hate it. I don't like the concept of it, but whatever.
I don't know, voice-activated pinball, what could go wrong? A little RTS in there?
I think it's going to go very wrong, believe it or not.
Probably.
Anyway, that's going to end Hall of Shame, and that is going to end the first episode of First Strike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We made it.
Yeah, we made it through.
Right on.
That's crazy stuff. We hope you guys enjoyed, for the most part, for those of you listening and or watching live. This will be available on SoundCloud, at the very least, afterwards. We're hoping to get this up on iTunes as well, after we figure out how that works. Yeah.
Yeah, if all of a sudden anybody has any questions or anything they want to ask yet, we can have time for some of that. I think.
Feel free to shut that out now if you have
I've
something
got
you want to ask.
Nothing better to do, really, so...
Yeah, he just has a wife back home. Nothing
wife,
important.
2 kids.
2 kids. They should be watching. Whatever.
That got us on national news somehow.
Unbelievable. Can't believe that. You want to tell your birth story?
It wasn't my birth story.
Okay, no.
So my son was born almost 3 weeks ago. Basically, wife was going into labor. We smoked a deer on the way to the hospital. Rode off our car. Couldn't drive it anymore. Some random guy we flagged down was able to bring us to the hospital. And we made it there, and everything was fine after that. But, yeah, people found out about this, and, CBC was here, CTV came in, and it, Toronto Star, it just blew up everywhere for whatever reason. It was strange. But...
I can't believe that. I love how big that story blew up. Multiple stations.
Yeah, it was wild. Monkey 5333 wants to know how much an NES cost at my shop. Currently on for $72.99 with all cables, 1 controller. If you use the keyword coupon code First Strike
At checkout.
we'll give you a deal.
Whatever, just say First Strike randomly while you're checking out, and then we'll know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
We'll know what you're doing. Yeah, so if you guys, future episodes of this will not be streamed here on Friesen Factor. They will be live over on Extra Life, the Extra Life YouTube channel, which is linked in the description, which you guys can go subscribe to.
We did a heads or tails coin flip on which channel is going to be streaming it, and guess who won?
Me, bitch. What?
I don't think so.
Anyway, so yeah, if you guys want to subscribe to that, our Facebook page, as well as our Twitter, is linked in the description. And you can follow us on Instagram, where we post things about the shop, if that interests you guys. Do we have any more questions, or?
Yeah, our studio's funny guy over there wants to know if I have any more of your baby pictures in stock. I have 3 right now.
Yeah.
They're running at unsigned, so no autograph, at $29.99. Autographed, $2.99.
Oh, like $299?
No, like $2.99.
Right. Yeah. My autograph's really messy. It actually brings down the worth of the picture.
Yeah, it covers up the entire picture.
Yeah, it's just
you
black.
can't really see anything.
It's just a black smudge over it. That's generally what my autograph is. I'm terrible with my signature. It's not even a joke. I am.
You never worked on that in school?
Never. Is
Yeah,
that something-
you're out of school now. How's that feel?
Yeah, I'm graduated. I think this is destiny, honestly. I come out of high school, Shane opens up a shop, I mooch off him for 3 months, he wants to start a podcast, we start a podcast, we
Yeah.
have 3,000 viewers in the chat, and we get famous.
3,000.
Yeah.
Well, we're almost there.
Is that not what we're at?
Yeah, 3,000 people watching.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, it's good.
Sounds about right to me. Anyway, I guess that's going to do it. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks a lot. We'll be doing this every Friday at 9:30.
Is it going to be Fridays now?
Oh.
I thought it was Tuesdays.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, it's going to be Tuesdays.
Okay,
But
it's-
we premiered on the Friday.
Yeah, it's going to be Tuesdays, everybody. Let's forget about
We'll keep you
that.
updated. We'll keep you posted on that on the Facebook page.
We're going to stream every day at 9:30.
Right. Uh-huh.
Brandon has agreed to do that.
Right. I don't remember that.
Zach Molliver, you should probably just go ask your mom if you want to see your birth video. It did reach epic levels of YouTube fame,
It did. It really
but
did.
it's...
Anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. And, yeah, we'll catch you guys in the next episode of First Strike.
Yeah, thanks a lot, guys. We'll catch you later.
Have a good one.